Hi and welcome to another section of Jeff the Master Barber. On this edition, I'm going to be using two different machines, actually a couple of different machines. The first one that I'm using right now is the trimmer Babyliss FX Gold. And I like to use this to start off like right in the middle right there. The second machine that we're going to be using is the Andis Tigh Master. And the magnetic guards, and the guard that we're using right now is the 116, and the level is completely closed. All right, so now we're gonna open it just a tiny bit, and right away we're gonna raise that line right there. All right, and definitely the way how when you fade with this one is it's like a certain like a crunch certain way when you fade it, you feel the crush. Even though it don't make so hard the sound like the cable one, it's still there. You know, you could feel it. It's a certain grip doing the fade with this machine. Another thing that I like is definitely a lot lighter than the cable one. And but like I said, it's just I'm still trying to get used to it the being so wide the body. I still trying to get used to that. And I never before, even with the cable, I couldn't get used to grabbing it. You know what I mean? But other than that, it doesn't get hot at all. I haven't had me getting yet this clipper getting hot at all. And yeah, right now the level is almost semi-open. So yeah, and this side pretty much I'm gonna be using. Now it's no guard, and that's basically like half. We're using the half, and I'll close it just a little bit more. All right, and now I open it a little bit, and then I go a little higher, and then that's how I start, playing, closing it, open it higher, then close it again, go lower, and then the movement or the stroke is a lot shorter and a lot tighter right there on top of the line. And pretty much, you can see that it's almost already fade in, but then I go right away to do details. I open the level, then close it again, and then if it's anything that is popping out and my eyes catching up, then I start right away tackling, doing details, using the corners. At times I may look like I'm using the whole blade, but there's most of the time I'm using just the corner and tilting it, tilting it a little bit, the clip. But yeah, on this side, I'm gonna be using pretty much everything Andy, besides the Babyliss, just to do the first step. But other than that, I'm gonna be doing right now I'm doing the Tigh liner, but I don't like to use this Tigh liner to do this job right here. But I'm just showing you that you could still use them to clean the side, but it would take more time. I'd rather do it with either the bevel or something that has a wider and a stronger engine, like the Babyliss. Right now I'm using the regular master. I got two master. I got one with the fade master, and I have one with the regular blade. Then with the regular blade, I do like finish, touch up details. You know what I mean? And but still, right now I'm using also the Andis electric shaver, the Foil Plus, and this is one of my favorite electric shaver. Definitely, it's my number one electric shaver. And I have all different type. I had the Babyliss before. I have all the Wahls and the Series 9, and to me this one is the best. Now we're gonna be doing the shears over comb. Like I said, make sure you don't need a big bulky comb. You need something smaller, tighter, and then with a light color, so when you pick the hair, you see the contrast of the hair that you want to actually, you see the hair that is actually it needs to be cut, right? Or that you grab. With the shears over comb is the perfect technique, because I have more control on what I want to take, right? So now we're gonna be using the back. See, now we're gonna be using the modified Wahl 19s, and by modified means I put the blade, the Fat Master, on this machine. The reason is because this blade on the Master Cordless, it doesn't zero gap. It is never meant to be zero gap anyways, even in the cable one. But on this one, you could zero gap them, and definitely is with the 119s having a solid body and a good powerful motor engine. Definitely, it works beautiful, and it's actually I like it. I like definitely on this machine. I like actually the Fat Master more on this machine than the actually on the Master, the Andis Master body. But yeah, the benefit of this blade is you don't need to have a 1/16 or 1/8 or 1.5 or 2. Basically you don't need those guards. I mean, exactly. You don't need those guards. You just it's metal. And then this blade, it has 25 teeth. And right now we're gonna use the regular Andis Master just to do details once again, and not only details, but it doesn't go. Remember, the one thing, even though it's zero gap, the other one, the Fat Master, it doesn't go lower. So, and then right here, in order to fade faster, especially the bottom part, then I will go with the Fade Master. The Fade Master is so much better to fade in. It's just, you gotta know what you're doing. You got you can't do the C motion on this one. You gotta just lay it flat, and you gotta be careful you don't keep racing the fade higher. It's just you gotta know your limits. You gotta know your levels and maintain it. But yeah, pretty much the Fade Master, the Fat Master on the 119 with the 25 teeth, compared to putting a guard that it has only 11 teeth, is that the more teeth, the better, the more is gonna pick up the hair, and the less you have to pass it, and the less you have to switch from clipper to another clipper. To another guard, from another guard to another guard. You just open the level and close the level. So right now, I end up still basically doing the final touches with the Fade Master. Once again, with the Fade Master, I find myself using the Fade Master. On this side, I have the Senior, using the Senior, and right now is level open, no guards, so that's the half. And this Senior is also modified. It has the magic clip top blade and the bottom, the flat blade too. So right now I put the 1/16 still level open, then I'm closing it right there, and I pass it a couple of times, right, and brush it. Then I open it again and I pass it in that area right there. Then I close it again and keep passing it there. Then I close it a little bit more, and then I think it's completely closed there. Then I open it. Then I took the 1/16 and then I closed the level, not completely, but a little bit. Then I open it. So yeah, with the Senior, I definitely, still Senior, the Wahl Seniors with the blade, the magic clip works just perfectly too. I like doing fades with this machine too. Just put guard number 1, level open, so that's the 1.5 on the Wahl. And yes, definitely these are still one of my favorites right now too. The Wahl Seniors with the magic clip blade. And this one actually, out of the Masters and Wahl 19s, this clippers are the lighter, actually a little lighter, and it feels a lot smaller too, body wise. But yeah, right now no guards, it's still half, and I'm just passing it pretty much. You see how quick we did the fade on this one. Actually, I feel that we did more quicker the fade on this side with the Senior. Maybe it's because I'm more experienced with the Wahls than the Andis. But yeah, right here also notice I'm using the Wahl detailers, the cordless Wahl detailers. Normally I don't like to use this in the side once again, but I just did it so you could see that it could be done. You could clean up the side with the Wahl detailers, no problem. It doesn't go tighter than the Babyliss. Right now also I don't have no Wahl shaver, so I put the Series 9 electric shaver, and with this electric shaver, yeah, it's my second one best electric shaver. The reason is it's not first is because it still doesn't go as tight as the Andy, and but other than that, it still is a great electric shaver. Once again, we're doing shears of a comb, and I just go right where I see the bulk of hair, or where I see a lot of volume. And notice I'm using the big teeth. The big teeth are like 1.5, 2, and I just have a certain control that I could pick exactly what I want to cut. You know what I mean? See, and I just go right there, and I see the parts, and I get always a great color combs, so that way I can see the hair that I'm actually cutting. Right now I'm using, these are my favorite #1 trimmers, especially to do a box out and for all kind of hair, but especially this type of hair, the good hair. This blade is just so precise. It's just cut perfect. They just hit. They're my hitters. I call them my hitters. Definitely, these trimmers to me is the best. The bottom blade, the top blade is just sharp, absolutely sharp. And then the weight is perfect. It's not too heavy. It's not a big trimmer. It's just perfect. They just keep it true to the old school. You know, you still feel the new with the old. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. Right now, I have them laying down, and I'm just already put shaving cream. The shaving cream that I put is medicated. It's called Bone Pro, and it protects the skin. You know, even when you don't even put water, it still has like a mantle, and it doesn't dry it up that quick. But definitely, it feels real like cool sensation. And yeah, the blade that I'm using is the black. The razor hole that I'm using is Black Widow razor. Definitely, I like the weight management. How it feels good, and how quick and easy you put the blade on this razor holder. It's definitely Black Widow. Definitely knows what he's doing with his razor holder. Notice I didn't use no trimmer to do this beard. I'm just freestyling right from, you know, with the blade. I'm just doing everything. I'm just shaping everything as we go. And I always say shave from top to bottom first, you know, and then you could go from bottom to top, you know, because if you go from bottom to top, it's gonna irritate the client. It's gonna pull the client's hair, and if you got sensitive skin, yeah, it's gonna bleed. So you don't wanna do that. First, like I said, shave from top to bottom, and then you could go from bottom to top, like I'm doing right now. And yeah, so that's what we doing right now. Shaving the way when you go against it, it's gonna get the last little bit, the roots is gonna get it. So see. It's gonna get everything rid off. But yeah, notice how the beard is coming. You know, it's getting shape really nice. Compare, you know, I don't have to have no trimmer. The reason why I didn't use the trimmer, because this hair is so short. The hair of the beard is so short that if I start passing the trimmer, I have to pass it a couple of times, and it's gonna irritate his skin, and I'd rather do it just one shot with the blade. The blade is that's what I said. I don't worry if my trimmers are like super sharp. I don't want the clients to be irritated, so I'd rather do it with the blade. I give the real crispy and sharpness with the blade. The blade is what you give with it gives the real crispiness, the sharpness. So yeah, and you could tell, see, you know, make sure you always stretch the skin. Whatever you put the blade right on top of it, it should be the finger stretching the thumb, stretching the skin, you know. And have a comb to scrape any hair that you cut, or the white ashy lines or whatever, to scrape it off if there's too much ashy line. And those ashy lines is pretty much the shaving cream all dried up. This is the finished result. This is the fade, how it looks, you know, compare with how he came through. A nice skin tight mid fade, and you see with the different machines that we use it, and we left the top. He didn't want to get the haircut at top. But yeah, if you like it, you can follow me also on Instagram. Thank you. Peace.